Mark, this essentially, I've been looking at it through our bond stories. It's this correlation between the JGB market and the rest of the world, really. It's a 0.86%. That steepening in the JGB curve has unnerved global bond markets.
Yeah, I think that's right, but I do think it's too early to say, you know, that the bond market boom, the bond market rally is over and the bubble's about to burst. I think we've for obvious reasons, we've had a couple of days of volatility in the bond market, but we think that's just a short period. We ultimately think, most of the central banks in the world continue to be in easing mode. Bank of Japan, ECB, Bank of England, and even if we do get a 25 basis point hike from the Fed this year, we don't think that changes the yield landscape.
Morgan Stanley have a note out this morning saying that what you want to be is, even though treasuries are the cheapest in 4 months, you still want to be long fives. You still want to be looking at steepeners.
Yeah, I mean, we'd probably disagree with that. We think that, certainly given the moves that we've had recently, the curve's more likely to flatten. And I think the reason for that is just, again, continued hunt for yield globally makes long-dated US Treasuries, pretty attractive to a lot of offshore investors.
What about the rest of the global markets when it comes to fixed income? Which other countries look attractive for yield searchers, chasers?
Look, I think the answer is in the question. I think it's anything with positive yield at the moment, which is one of the reasons that US Treasuries do look attractive. Certainly other markets that we look at, the Chinese government bond market looks okay, the Australian government bond market looks attractive.
But the appetite's off.
Look, I think we've all become very complacent about what we've seen over the past 3 months. I think post-Brexit, there was this hunt for yield globally. Bond markets have really had 3 months of rallying, and I think overall that has made investors complacent. And realistically, I think what we've seen in the last couple of sessions really isn't such a bad thing. It's a bit of volatility in markets, and it is a bit of a wake-up call to global investors.